The world is filled with stories. Stories whispered on the wind, etched in stone and passed down through generations. Some stories fade like whispers in the dark. Others, however, echo through time, their power undimmed. These are the stories of the gods. Not just any gods, mind you, but the gods of Olympus. Gods of power, passion, and yes, even pettiness. At the heart of these stories stands Zeus, the king of the gods, a deity of thunderous power and insatiable appetites. Welcome to our deep dive into the fascinating and tumultuous love life of Zeus. From goddesses to mortals, Zeus's relationships were filled with love, jealousy, and tragedy. Let's explore the stories of the key women in Zeus's life. Hera. Her name echoes with the power of storms and the serenity of starlight. As Zeus's wife and queen of the gods, Hera's presence commanded respect, her beauty unmatched. Theirs was a marriage forged in the fires of Olympus, a union that held the delicate balance of power among the gods. But even a love born on Mount Olympus could be tested, could be strained by infidelity and betrayal.
For Hera's story is not one of quiet power, but of enduring love and the bitter sting of betrayal. It's a story as old as time itself, a wife scorned, a heart broken by a husband's wandering eye. And like any force of nature, Hera's wrath, once ignited, could shake the very foundations of the heavens, leaving its mark on both gods and mortals alike.
Leto, a titaness of serene beauty and quiet strength, found herself caught in the crosshairs of Hera's jealous rage. Zeus, captivated by Leto's grace, had fathered her children, twins destined for greatness. Hera, consumed by her fury, made Leto's pregnancy a torment, forbidding her from finding solace or shelter on solid ground. The earth itself, fearing Hera's wrath, refused Leto a place to rest, to give birth.
Imagine, if you will, Leto's plight, heavy with child, pursued by Hera's relentless anger, unable to find refuge in a world that had turned against her. Yet even in the face of such adversity, Leto's spirit, much like the children she carried, refused to be extinguished.
The island of Delos, a barren rock adrift in the Aegean Sea, became Leto's sanctuary. Here on this floating piece of earth, untethered from the mainland and therefore exempt from Hera's curse, Leto found the strength to give birth. But even in this moment of triumph, Hera's influence loomed large. The labor was long, fraught with pain, a testament to the goddess's enduring wrath. Yet Leto persevered, her cries echoing across the waves, a symphony of suffering and resilience. And then a hush fell over Delos. The clouds parted and the sun, as if in answer to Leto's ordeal, bathed the island in a golden light. Two children, a boy and a girl, were born, Apollo and Artemis.
Apollo, god of music, light, and healing. Artemis, the huntress, the protector of wild things. Two powerful deities sprung from Leto's womb, a testament to her strength, her resilience in the face of unimaginable adversity.
Leto's story is a testament to the enduring power of motherhood, the unbreakable bond between a mother and her children. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, even when pursued by the wrath of a jealous queen, hope can bloom and love can prevail. And so, Leto's tale, forever etched in the celestial tapestry, serves as a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of perseverance, reminding us that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, the human spirit, much like Leto herself, can overcome. Alcmene, princess of Tiryns, renowned for her beauty and noble heart, was another who captured the eye of Zeus.
But Zeus, ever the god of disguises, knew that approaching her directly would be met with resistance.
So he donned a different mask, not of a beast or a shower of gold, but of a man.
King Amphitryon, my husband, strong and brave, became the vessel for Zeus's desire.
The deception ran deep, a tapestry woven with stolen moments and whispered promises.
None the wiser, I welcomed my husband's affections, unaware that I lay with a god in mortal guise.
And from this union, born under a veil of trickery and divine intervention, came a hero destined for greatness, Heracles, the mightiest of all demigods. Hera, ever watchful, ever jealous, saw through Zeus's charade. Her fury, a tempestuous sea, threatened to drown Alcmene and her unborn child.
I swore vengeance, vowing to make Alcmene's life a torment, a testament to the price of attracting a god's attention.
The threads of fate, spun by the fates themselves, grew taut with Hera's rage. But Zeus, ever seeking to protect his offspring, cloaked Alcmene in layers of protection, divine wards against Hera's wrath. He knew the child she carried was special, destined for labors that would shake the very foundations of the world. Heracles, caught in the crossfire of divine drama, became a pawn in their eternal game, his life a testament to both the love and the fury of the gods. When the time came, Alcmene gave birth to Heracles, a child of extraordinary strength and vigor. But even in his infancy, Hera's wrath cast a long shadow.
2 serpents, venomous and deadly, slithered into Heracles' cradle, sent by me to silence the child before he could fulfill his destiny.
But Heracles, a demigod touched by divine power, strangled the serpents in his bare hands. The prophecy had begun. Heracles, marked by both divine parentage and divine persecution, would go on to fulfill his destiny, undertaking 12 impossible labors, each more perilous than the last. And through it all, the shadow of Zeus's deception and Hera's jealousy would follow him, shaping the hero he was to become. Leda, queen of Sparta, possessed a beauty that rivaled even the goddesses. Her grace was the whisper of wind through reeds, her laughter the music of a mountain spring.
Zeus, ever the admirer of beauty, found himself captivated, but Hera's watchful gaze never faltered.
To approach Leda as himself, Zeus knew, would be to invite her wrath. So he devised a plan, a transformation as audacious as it was beautiful.
He became a swan, his feathers as white as snow on Olympus, his eyes like sapphires reflecting the heavens.
Leda, walking by the river Europa, was mesmerized by the creature's beauty, drawn to its ethereal grace.
The swan, with movements as deliberate as a dance, swam towards me, its neck arched in a gesture of both supplication and seduction.
And Leda, her heart filled with wonder, reached out to touch the divine creature. In that moment of contact, Zeus shed his avian disguise, revealing himself to Leda in all his godly glory. Overwhelmed by his presence, Leda succumbed to his advances, a mortal woman entwined with the king of the gods.
Our union, a tapestry woven from desire and divinity, resulted in a pregnancy shrouded in both wonder and controversy.
Leda, carrying not only Zeus's child but also that of her mortal husband Tyndareus, became a vessel for destiny.
From this unusual union came 4 children, Helen, Clytemnestra, and the twins Castor and Pollux.
Each child, touched by divinity in their own way, would go on to shape the course of history. Helen, the most beautiful woman in the world, would become the catalyst for the Trojan War. Clytemnestra, her heart filled with a potent mix of love and vengeance, would play her own tragic role in the aftermath of the conflict. Europa, daughter of King Agenor, was a vision of youthful beauty. Her laughter echoed across the Phoenician shores, her spirit as bright and untamed as the sea itself.
Zeus, observing from his celestial perch, felt the familiar tug of desire, but he knew that approaching me directly would only frighten me.
So he devised a plan, a transformation that spoke to both his playfulness and his relentless pursuit of what he desired.
He transformed himself into a magnificent white bull, his coat like spun moonlight, his horns like crescents of polished ivory.
This was no ordinary beast. A gentle aura surrounded him, a sense of power held in check.
The bull ambled towards me and my handmaidens as we played on the beach. Intrigued by the creature's beauty and apparent docility, I found myself drawn to him, my initial apprehension giving way to curiosity.
Europa, captivated by the bull's gentleness, reached out to stroke its gleaming flank. The bull lowered its head, encouraging her touch.
Encouraged by its docility, I climbed onto its back, my laughter echoing in the salt air.
In an instant, the bull surged forward, galloping across the beach and plunging into the waves. Europa, taken by surprise, clung to its back, her cries swallowed by the wind. Zeus, in his bovine form, swam with powerful strokes, carrying Europa across the vast expanse of the wine-dark sea. The journey was long, the sun a burning eye in the sky, but Europa, held by a mixture of fear and exhilaration, never released her grip.
They finally reached the island of Crete, a land of rugged mountains and fertile valleys. There, on the shores of a hidden cove, Zeus revealed his true form, the king of the gods standing before me, an awestruck princess.
Europa, overwhelmed by Zeus's divine presence, became his lover. Their union, blessed by the Cretan sun and the ever-present sea, resulted in the birth of 3 sons, Minos, Rhadamanthus, and Sarpedon.
Minos, destined to become the legendary king of Crete, would later build the labyrinth to house the monstrous Minotaur, forever linking his name to both justice and cruelty.
Rhadamanthus, known for his unwavering sense of justice, would become a judge of the dead in the underworld, his wisdom sought by souls seeking solace or retribution.
And Sarpedon, a fierce warrior, would meet his fate on the battlefields of Troy, his life cut short by the cruel hand of war.
Europa, forever remembered as the mother of kings, became a revered figure in Crete. Her name, synonymous with the continent that would bear her name, served as a constant reminder of the far-reaching consequences of a god's love and the enduring power of their myths.